Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into some fascinating personnel changes and employment agreements that might just be a peek behind the curtain of Medallion Financial Corp. Future, before we break down the juicy details, if you love getting these corporate insights without the jargon, make sure you are subscribed. And hey, we've got a fantastic community discussing all things finance in our Discord, linked in the description below. Alright, so what we have here is a Form 8K filing from Medallion Financial Corp. Think of an 8K as a company's way of telling the public about important stuff that is happening right now, the really big news that investors and stakeholders need to know about quickly. And the date we're looking at is the 12th of January 2026. This is when the events in this report officially took place. The company in question is Medallion Financial Corp. They're incorporated in Delaware, and you can find them trading on the NASDAQ under the ticker symbol MFIN. Now, the core of this report is all about changes in leadership and important employment agreements. It falls under item 5.02 of the 8K, which basically covers shakeups with directors and key officers. So, let's talk about Mr. Donald Poulton. On the 12th of January 2026, there was an amendment to his employment agreement. The big news here is that he is no longer the president of Medallion Bank. However, he is not leaving entirely. He will continue to serve as the chief executive officer of Medallion Bank for the rest of his agreed upon employment period. This sounds like a shift in responsibilities, perhaps stepping back from day-to-day operational leadership as president to focus more on the overall strategic direction as CEO. It is a common move as leaders transition within a company. And who is stepping into that president role? That would be Mr. David Justin Haley. His employment agreement was also amended, and as of the 12th of January 2026, he is no longer the executive vice president and chief financial officer of Medallion Bank. Instead, he is now the president. This is a significant promotion and a clear indication of his growing importance within the organization. Mr. Haley's new role comes with a specific employment term. It is a 2-year agreement that will automatically renew for another 2 years each year, starting in January 2027, unless either he or the company decides to end it. This provides a good deal of stability and forward-looking commitment from both sides. Now let's talk compensation. Mr. Haley's new position comes with an annual base salary of $430,000, effective the 1st of January 2026. Importantly, the board of directors will review this salary at least once a year. While it can be increased, it won't be decreased. This shows a structured approach to executive compensation tied to performance and reviews. The agreement also includes provisions for severance pay if the employment is terminated under specific circumstances. This is a standard clause in executive contracts, offering a safety net for the executive in case of unforeseen termination events. And finally, Mr. Haley has agreed to a non-competition clause. This means that if he leaves the company, he cannot immediately go to work for a competitor. This is designed to protect Medallion's business interests and keep their strategies and client lists confidential. The rest of this filing is mostly administrative, pointing to the actual legal documents that contain the full details of these agreements, which are attached as exhibits. Exhibit 10.1 is the amendment to Mr. Poulton's employment agreement, and Exhibit 10.2 is the second amended and restated employment agreement for Mr. Haley. Then we have the signature section where the company officially signs off on the filing, confirming its accuracy, dated the 12th of January 2026 and signed by Anthony N. Catrone, the Chief Financial Officer. So, what is the story here? Medallion Financial Corp is undergoing a leadership transition at its Medallion Bank subsidiary. Mr. Poulton is stepping down as president, but retaining his CEO role, suggesting a strategic shift. Mr. Haley is taking over as president, stepping up from his CFO position with a solid new contract and salary. This kind of shuffle often indicates a company looking to re-energize its leadership, capitalize on particular talent, or prepare for future growth phases. Without the actual financial tables from a 10Q or 10, it is hard to make a deep financial analysis, but leadership changes are often a precursor to strategic shifts that will impact financials. It means the company is betting on new leadership to drive performance. It's a calculated move, and they're backing Mr. Haley with a good salary and a multi-year commitment. The non-compete is standard but reinforces how much they value his contribution and want to protect their business. Now looking at the bigger picture, it is an interesting move. The fact that Mr. Poulton remains CEO while stepping down as president suggests he is still very much in charge of the vision, perhaps delegating more operational duties to Mr. Haley. For Mr. Haley, this is a clear indication of his value and the company's confidence in his ability to lead Medallion Bank forward. The renewal clause in his contract demonstrates a long-term perspective, not just a short-term fix. It's a sign of stability, but also implies they expect him to perform. The risk here is always in execution. A new leader can bring fresh ideas, but also face unforeseen challenges. The opportunity lies in Mr. Haley's fresh perspective and Mr. Polton's continued strategic guidance. It is a dynamic setup that could lead to significant positive changes or reveal underlying issues if the transition isn't smooth. Alright, that is our breakdown of this important 8K filing from Medallion Financial Corp. What are your thoughts on these leadership changes? Do you see this as a positive step forward for the company? Drop your takes in the comments below. If you found this analysis valuable, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into corporate filings. And don't forget to join our community on Discord. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.